Kim and Tika argue through text. Oh, bitch, I'ma beat your ass. I've been waiting on you to do that shit since the last time you said it, ho. Oh, well, you won't be waiting much longer, Trick. You keep running your mouth. Well, guess what? My address is the same as your baby daddy. I'll be over here waiting. Oh, I'm on my way, bitch. You know what? That whole Tika was gonna make me kill her. She had the right one that day. And I was off work, so I had all the time in the world to be petty. I called my baby daddy, and he picked up the phone like shit was all good. What's up, Kim? I shouted in the phone. Don't what's up me, nigga. What the fuck's up with that bitch playing with me? I'm about to pull up and tear all that shit up. Jason was such a damn pushover. He should have been checked his whole Tika. I had no problem getting along with any of his girlfriends in the past, but this bitch was a different type. She just didn't know how to stay in pocket. I would call Jason's phone, and she would pick up and say shit like, "How can we help you?" I told that bitch, I ain't calling looking for help, ho. The nigga made a baby with me. Now put him on the fucking phone. Just last week, I went to drop Jason Jr. off, JJ for short, and that bitch stood at the door like she ain't want to let me in. I pushed that hoe to the side. First of all, this is my baby daddy's house, and it wasn't a problem me going in before, and she ain't gonna be the bitch to decide if I do or not now. The way I seen it, JJ took priority over both of us, but that hoe thought she was supposed to be first in his life. She even accused me of trying to get back with him. That's the shit that really pissed me off about my baby daddy and his new bitches. He had them thinking that I was the one on the bullshit. Little did she know, every time I see Jason's ass when she ain't around, he be trying to get with it. Talking about he want his family back. These hoes just temporary. I ain't pay that shit no mind because I know my baby daddy and I know he ain't shit. It's these dumb broads that don't know any better. I was going in on that phone, and as usual, Jason would only say, "Man, that's y'all on that bullshit, not me." That hoe was too new in his life to have so much power over him. I said, "Okay, Jason, say that same shit after I come to your house today and I done fucked that bitch and your place up." Finally, he showed some concern. "Come on, baby mama, don't do that. You know Tika crazy. Just let her be crazy by herself." I said to him, "What the fuck you mean let her be crazy? If that bitch can disrespect me like that, then I damn sure don't trust her around my kid. So you know what? Fuck her and fuck you." I hit the end button hard as a motherfucker. I started getting dressed. My texts kept going off. I ignored them at first. Finally, I looked at the phone and it was Jason. "Please calm down. Don't go over there and hurt her. I'm sorry, Kim. I don't want it to be like this. Kim, please call me." He was being so damn extra. I ignored his text messages, grabbed my keys, and headed for the west side. Now, for a split second, my conscience kicked in. I thought to myself how silly it was to be driving across town and give out an ass whooping, and I was a whole 30 years old. It was just something about that little hoe. She was only 21, but for some reason, I let her childish ass bring out the kid in me. Honey, it was too late when I started having second thoughts. I was getting off the exit. My phone rang again. This time, it was a text from Tika. "Still waiting, bitch." The hoe had the nerve to have a Zuri Ross picture attached. Whatever regret I had before, it was gone. I put my foot on that gas, headed to go whoop her ass. When I got to their house, honey, I left my car running, my door open, and flew up that porch. She had the nerve to have her front door open. It was just like that bitch to be all theatrical. I had bet myself that she would be in there on the couch trying to look relaxed like she wasn't intimidated. But little did she know, in my mind, it was on sight. I wasn't going to talk to her ass at all. I walked in the house talking big shit. "Where you at, bitch? I ain't finna play hide and seek with your ass." There was silence. I started to get a little paranoid thinking she might be on some murder shit. I walked toward the kitchen and I could see a leg sticking out from behind the island. I tiptoed around and it was Tika, sprawled out with her wig peeled back. I knew she was dead, but I kicked her anyway. "Tika, get up. Get up." I didn't know how to feel. I reached for the phone, then I paused. I knew it would look crazy me at this house, and I knew Jason was in the street game, so it might not have been the best move for me to call the cops. I started to back out of the house the same way I came. Just as I slipped out of the front door and turned around, there were officers everywhere. All of them were pointing their guns at me. My heart dropped. One of the cops got on the loudspeaker and said, "Come off the porch, lay face down on the ground, and put your hands behind your back." I shouted, I didn't do this. I just got here. The cop said again, ma'am, come off the porch, lay face down on the ground, and put your hands behind your back. I obliged and started making my way off the porch. As the officers came over to cuff me, I could see Jason pulling up. He rushed out of the car screaming, "What happened? What happened?" He trying to get through the barricade of officers. They stopped him. He shouted, "Wait, I live here. This is my house. That's my kid's mother. What happened?" The officer said to Jason, "We don't know yet, but we have reports of gunshots here about 10 minutes ago, and when we pulled up, we saw her sneaking out of the house." I could see Jason's mouth fall open. The officer walked me over and sat me on the hood of the police car. They started making their way in the house and searching my vehicle. Jason was about 6 feet away from me and asked me what happened. I said, "Jason, I don't know. I came over here to get down, but when I went in your house, Tika was in the kitchen on the floor with a hole in her head. I don't know how she got like that." Jason looked at me like he didn't believe me, and I knew that the situation looked crazy. He asked me how I got in his house. I told him the door was open. Jason said, "Kim, you realize this shit look crazy, right? You gotta tell me the truth. I'm on your side either way, but this shit is crazy. You telling me Tika is dead?" I put my head down because I knew I was about to be facing an uphill battle. I just started crying. I was so overwhelmed. I looked at Jason and said, "Listen to me. I swear on JJ, I didn't do this. Whatever happens, believe that." He looked at me like he wanted to, but couldn't. The cops was in the house 10 minutes before they came out, put me in a car, and took me away. I shouted one last time to Jason, "I swear on JJ, it wasn't me."